I'm Dr. Todd Lizon from Lifestyle Integration. Over the years, I've looked at thousands of hair tissue mineral analysis, and I have a really good idea of what would be considered normal or ideal versus something that is not normal or not where it needs to be from a health perspective. What I've found in speaking to these thousands of people, however, is that they often don't have a really good idea of what is normal and ideal. So I had the thought to put together this very quick video to share with you what an ideal level of minerals are and what the ideal ranges are, because it's not what you think. Let's have a look at some charts so that you get a much clearer idea of what you're aiming for on your nutritional balancing program.
So what you're looking at here is the hair tissue mineral analysis chart for a 38-year-old male that I've been working with. And when you first look at the chart, if you compare the person's levels to that ideal hash mark line that you see across here, and if you compare their levels to the blue zone, which is the range that the lab is suggesting, I think this person would look at this and go, I'm really, really low and deficient in things. Really, technically, just sodium and zinc would be considered to be in the ideal range, in the normal range. There's more going on to this than meets the eye, though. So let's take a look at a couple other things, because analytical research labs, their ideal level is based on elite young athletes, because that is the ideal range. However, it's not ideal for someone who's 38. It's certainly not ideal for someone who's a little bit older. And the ideal ranges, when you look at researchers from other labs and Dr. Larry Wilson, who we're referencing here, is actually not what you see on the chart. And this is very important to understand, because I'm constantly getting questions from people about why they're so low, and I'm constantly having to remind them, wait a sec, compare to what the actual ranges are, and you'll see you're not that low. So let's have a look. Here I've laid out what the actual ranges and ideal levels are. And you can see what I've done is I've put these red lines here which represent what the actual ranges are. And I've put them at the bottom here so you can pause this video and have a look at them and see what the actual levels are. But let's look at this one here, iron, as a good example. The actual range we're looking for is between 1.2 and 2 milligrams percent. The ideal level is actually only 2. Now if you look at this person here, their level is 0.7, which is not far from the low normal range of 1.2. However, if you compare it to the ARL range, they'd be miles from where they need to be, and they'll start to really get worried about things. So you can see we need the proper reference range to be able to understand where we're currently at. You see copper, manganese, zinc, chromium. Selenium is another good example. You can see here this person is at 0.05. Turns out 0.05 is the low end of the normal range. So this person's probably thinking, oh my goodness, I'm so low in selenium, there's a problem here. Turns out they're not low in selenium. The levels are actually okay. So I wanted to put together this very, very quick video to make sure that people are comparing the right things, because the ARL lab is probably overly optimistic about what the ideals are when you consider it's from very elite young athletes. There's one more thing I want to show you, and it's about these additional minerals. I get a lot of questions about additional minerals because virtually everyone looks like this, where they look like they're nowhere near those ideal ranges. Let's take a look. Nickel is actually supposed to be at around 0.015. This person's at 0.012. Not really a problem. Technically, they're a low eliminator. Cobalt, you can see this person is at 0.001, right on where they need to be. Same thing for molybdenum. Same thing for lithium. And boron, just so that everybody knows, because I get this question every once in a while, Na doesn't mean that they could not measure anything in you. It just means that we don't measure boron at analytical research labs. So there you have it. I hope that helps in understanding what the actual ideal ranges and the ideal levels are. Go back, take a look at your tests, and it might give you some brand new perspective on the success that you're having with your nutritional balancing programs. So again, my name is Dr. Todd Liaison. I've been doing nutritional balancing work for, probably close to 8 years at this point. If anyone's interested in learning more, you can contact us at our website, www.lifestyleintegration.com.au, or simply send us an email at info@lifestyleintegration.com.au. Until next time, keep well.